Hi, I'm Ralitza Spassova. I'm a life alchemist and transformational authenticity coach. What does that mean? I catch my clients where they're at. I help them find their truth and live that truth. A lot of us tend to be stuck in many habits that we have picked up along the way that actually completely take us out of who we really are. There's so many reasons behind it, and we won't go into that now. But today, I just want to take a moment to talk to you about why we can't get satisfaction. So, today, we're going to chat a little bit about why so many of us are feeling unsatisfied, even though we seemingly have it all, and what we can do about it. So, these are my 5 things that we can each do to address the feelings of not having enough. Number 1, slow down. Seriously, slow down. Stop what you're doing, close all the tabs, and just focus on me. This won't take long, I promise. When we slow down, when we stop multitasking, when we're able to bring ourselves to presence, we're actually able to hear our intuition. We're able to feel the physical sensations in our body. We're able to more easily know what our truth is. And when we know our truth, we can start to live out of our truth. When we do that, we do tend to feel a lot more satisfied because we're living for us. We're not living for other people. But before we can take any actions, we first need to slow down and get really still with ourselves to find out what is our truth. Number 2 is give. Give everything and anything you can. Give thanks. Give money. Give food. If you don't have that, give time and appreciation to everything and everyone in a genuine and wholehearted way. Now, I'll be very honest with you. Sometimes people start to give out of that space of need because they're obliged to, out of feelings of guilt. And that's actually not energetically in alignment with feeling successful or living in our wholeness and our abundance. So when you give, make sure that you're not trying to trick your subconscious. Your subconscious is very wise, so much more wise than you and I consciously know. And the subconscious of other people is also extremely wise. So if you give out of a place of scarcity, energetically, that giving, it can't be received in a way that actually brings abundance and alignment. So when you give out of your heart and your soul, it really gets received and it's felt. And the energy around the giving from your heart, that is what brings a feeling of success, especially when you don't have it. And that's the ironic part. When we give, when we don't have, that feels even better if it's done wholeheartedly. So number 3 is embrace and embody your divine masculine and feminine qualities and energies. Now, this one comes with a disclaimer. I do not mean anything about gender. This has nothing to do with sexual orientation. This is simply your energy that's within you. There are divine masculine energies. There's also toxic masculine energies. A lot of our society has been driven by masculine toxicity. Our educational systems, I come from a background in medicine. It is extremely male dominant toxic. And when I'm talking about male dominant, I don't mean men in medicine. I mean the energy in medicine. Both males and females, men, women, have this toxic masculine energy. In order to succeed in a lot of these professional fields, you're almost forced to take on a very toxic energy. And so it shows up as toxic masculine and toxic feminine energies. But in order to really step in and be able to feel successful, we need to balance our masculine and feminine energies and step into the divine masculine and divine feminine energies. So I'll just give a few examples so that it's not sounding so woo-woo and it's actually tangible. But toxic masculinity can show up as aggression, dominance, violence, superiority, and the need or desire to prove oneself. Some examples of toxic femininity and how it can be expressed are through judgment, shame, sacrifice, being passive or submissive, whether that's mentally, emotionally, sexually, not being able to stand up for your truth and stand up for yourself. Many of these toxic masculine and feminine traits are really celebrated in our society, and they're passed down through generations. It's time to take notice of these patterns and start to heal them, as they are one of the main sources of our misalignment and therefore drive our need for more, the feeling of having very little. I could write a whole book on this alone, but we'll leave that one there. Number 4, turn inwards, trust your truth, and turn it up. So I think a lot of us, actually all of us, have access to our truth if we were to slow down enough to actually hear it. We know when something is out of alignment of our truth because we can feel it in our body. You can feel your body contracting. You have tension in your shoulders. You might feel tight in other parts of your body. You might call it a gut instinct. Your belly feels tight or it flips, right? You know instinctually when you get a gut feeling like that's not the right thing for you. That is your truth. And it's really important to actually listen to that intuitive truth. And when we do, energetically, everything aligns for us. And that feels really good. That is a genuine feeling of success. When synchronicity happens, you think of something, and without having to do anything, 5 minutes later, it presents itself to you. You start to attract things instead of having to work hard for them. That all happens when we turn in and when we trust our truth. So turn up the volume on your truth. It is so rewarding. And number 5, which is actually the process of doing all of this, is to lead you to number 5, is to answer your calling. When you're doing something in alignment with yourself and your whole truth, when you answer the calling of your purpose in this world, it's impossible not to feel good about it. It is so rewarding when we can step into the world wholeheartedly as we are and offer what we're capable of. Own our truth. Be able to speak from a place that's confident, beautiful, aligned. It is so attractive. So today, I'm calling you to your authenticity in order to call in that feeling of success and joy and pure bliss. Follow your passions, live your purpose, and do it with everything you have. Because it's not that life's too short, but life is so beautiful and worth living completely every single day. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care.